Hey everybody, welcome to my flight deck. Captain Mike here. For those of you that have been following along know that I've been trying to get smoothness in my flight simulator forever. And I think I just took another step forward in making that a reality. I have been fooling around with the Nvidia Control Panel for the longest time. And I think I have finally found the right combo for my hardware. We're going to go take a look at New York, LA, and Chicago, which are the two hardest hitting areas for me, and go see what it looks like. I also did some edits to my night lighting that's available for download, and I kicked it up a bit. We're going to go see what that looks like as well. I haven't gotten rid of all of the flickers, but
80 knots.
I'd say about 90% of the ones that are really annoying, that catch your eye, gone. I'm going to stay nice and low so we get a good look at these light edits that I worked
Positive
on.
rate.
There's Manhattan out in the distance there.
$400.
That's nice and smooth. There was a little flicker here there, but nothing really that was over the top crazy. Especially for Newark Airport, looking towards Manhattan.
1,000.
Let's head on over to the city, and I'm going to stay nice and low. We can keep an eye on these lights in the city. As you can see, there's parked cars down there as well. That's another one of my edits. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and ever since I learned how to drive, you learn to plan your weekends based on a parking space. We didn't have any garage, backyard. You know, I grew up in a 16-unit tenement building that lined both sides of the street, and you had to fight for parking. You'd park 3-4 blocks away. Sometimes you need a cab just to get home from your parking space. It was, I mean, I joke a little bit there, but not by much. So I just couldn't stand riding around and seeing all those blank, empty streets. So I went in and I took a look at the roadways that were down there from Laminar, and I painted on some cars. Now they're flat on the roadway, they're not 3D. Like ortho, photo real. You get close to them, you'll see that they're flat. But when you're in the air, which we spend most of our time with the flight simulator, they don't look that bad. And what I'll do is we get over this little patch of land here, we'll swing a turn so you can get a better look at them before we hit Manhattan. Now let's take a look at some of those parked cars. You should have a pretty good view of them now down there, mixed in with the 3D stuff. It's another one of my edits. I'll put a link down below. You can go get them if you like. Verrazano Bridge out in the distance there. You know what? How about we pull a 360 to the right so you have a view, and then we'll go up the west side of Manhattan. Bank angle. But that is beautiful smooth. I've never seen it this smooth ever. And I've been flight simming since before the internet. So, and for what I'm throwing at it, you see my settings. There's just one notch that's down from full right. So, and I stuff it from stutters just like everyone else. And it's basically come down for the most part settings in Nvidia, at least for me and my 3090 boards. Okay, let's have a look at Manhattan. There's the city. We got LaGuardia down there, and we've got JFK all the way out to the right there. Let's come down a little bit lower. We'll swing around Manhattan, get a look at those bridges, and a little bit of Queens. And then shoot out to LA because that's another hard-hitting area for me. And then we'll finish off the trifecta going to Chicago because that's another area where I usually get walloped. And I'm doing this testing at night because the night lighting seems to put more of a demand on the video boards than daytime. So if I'm getting this at night, there's no reason why I shouldn't get this in the daytime. Here's the GW Bridge, the Henry Hudson. On the other side, we got the FDR Drive that turns into the Harlem River. Harlem River Drive. I traveled those roads numerous times. That is just an amazing sight. I'll tell you, I've come a long way from flight simulation for the Tandy 1000 computer and stick figures that I purchased from Radio Shack many years ago. Beautiful view. Like there may have been a little flicker there. I don't know if that was my eyes playing a trick on me. But the camera doesn't lie. So that'll pick it up. Man, that is just absolutely beautiful. I tell you, M&I Research definitely popped one out of the park with this one. And to think this is just starting its strides, man. It's just learning to walk. It's still in beta. There's only great things awaiting us for the future. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Man, I wish I was 40 years younger starting out. You guys just starting out, you got it made. You don't know the struggles. That is absolutely beautiful. Alright, everybody. Let's go take a look at LA. LA is another hard-hitting area for me because of the mountains and all the buildings and everything that's going on. So let's go see how smooth LA is going to be. And like I said, we'll finish it off out in Chicago. And then I'll get all these settings up to you in the video. You can just copy and paste. And hopefully they'll work for you as well. Alright, everybody. Out to LA now.